How are things going? Give us a rundown of, where you're at physically and how you're adjusting to the center position.
Everything's going well. I've been here as a center for the first 4 years I was here and played a little guard last year, and now coming back to center, it's like coming back home. It's something that's natural to me. Played it all through high school, and I'm really enjoying it. Brand new system. New system put in last year, so learning that from the center position, and it's going well. Physically, I feel great. Mentally, I'm picking everything up, so it's going real well.
What strides have you made most so far this spring? Where have you improved the most, picked up the most? Has it been mostly physically? Has it been mentally as well?
I would say it's mostly been mentally. Just being able to know, what all our guys on the offensive line are able to do at the same time. It's with Miles and Urshel being able to work the combo blocks and the gelling between pass protections, when we switch and picking up blitzes and stuff like that. So that's been a lot of it, just getting on the field, getting with those guys, and being able to pick up everything and do the things that Coach asked us to be able to do.
Can you take us back to last year? You were injured. What was the injury, and how much did that hinder you?
I tore my pec. I ruptured it completely.
How'd you do it? I'm sorry.
Bench pressing.
Okay.
Yep, ruptured it bench pressing, and it was a tough injury. It was I was supposed to be out till the Ohio State game. Came back at the Temple game, and it didn't hinder me past the end of the season. They really did a great job. Tim Bream and those guys did an awesome job rehabbing. And you can see that with everybody who's been injured. They've been able to come back and play at their top level. So it's good now.
How important was it to get in there and play some at guard last year rather than missing the entire year? You actually got some quality snaps.
Oh yeah, it was very important. Being able to get out there, seeing the competition, getting the feel of being on the field at Beaver Stadium, and getting meaningful snaps. At mop-up duty the past couple of years, but getting meaningful snaps and getting the feel of it. It's been real important. Going into transition into the spring. Going with the first team. So.
You long snapped last year too, right?
Short snap last year.
Okay.
A long snap the year before that, and short snap the year before that. So.
Can you see yourself doing that again this season, or is that something that somebody else has taken up? Or?
Yeah, I see myself doing it. Probably not long snapping, but right now I'm short snapping, and I'll do whatever role the team needs me to do, to help the team to be the best we can be.
What would you say that we should know about you first and foremost as a starting center?
That I'm gonna come in and play aggressive, and I'm gonna give it everything I have, every game. Like a lot of these guys, the senior class now, we only got one more season left, so we're trying to make it the best we can. Start fast and get it going.
How much center have you played in your life before Penn State?
I played it, middle school, high school, the first 4 years I was here. I really only played guard last season for 8 games. That's the only time I ever played guard.
How much of an advantage does that give you? Because sometimes they think, well, you can just put a guy center, all you're doing is snapping the ball, but you've done it for a lot of times. So how much of an advantage does that actually give you?
It gives me a big advantage that, I know how to do it. I already know how to snap, already know how to handle the checks and cadences, and, in the old offense, we made calls and stuff. So, it gives me an advantage, already doing it before.
What was the transition like for the centers? I know that may sound goofy to the new offense, but in terms of reads, calls at the line, that sort of stuff, how difficult was it going from the old offense to what you guys are doing now?
Playing center, it wasn't too much of a transition, just, it's all, everything, you can skin a cat 1,000 ways. We had done this our whole college career, moving into a new offense, obviously it's different stuff, but, we were able to transition fairly, well, for sure.
Did it take any longer for you to get transitioned over, Ty, with the injury you had?
No, while I was injured, I still went to all the meetings and, watched practice, helped out as much as I could, ran a little bit, like if we were just walking through stuff, I ran some scout team D. It's just, it transitioned fine, I was around it while I was injured, for sure.
With an injury like the one you had, how long before you can start getting back into a routine in terms of working out and managing weight and all that sort of stuff?
With my injury, I think I was in a sling for about a month, I would say. But it's really based on, how the injuries progressing in the training room, how physically and I guess biologically how well I was healing, how fast it was. So I think I was in a sling for a month, and then gradually I started with push-ups, and then started inclining a little bit of weight, and it's all been a gradual process. Last season or last.
When did you get hurt? At what point?
I want to say it was like 2 or 3 weeks before camp last year.
Okay.
So, it was middle of summer.
The whole quarterback situation, everybody's asking players and everybody's kind of being non-committal. You're as close to these guys as anybody. What's your take on the quarterback battle?
I mean, you know, our quarterbacks are playing well right now. You know, they're all picking up the offense, you know, very well. I mean, they're progressing, and you know, they're really doing a great job as far as, you know, leading the team, being in the huddle, leading the guys, commanding, and I think they're all doing a great job.
That O-line, how close are you guys to maybe having a consistent starting unit there, or is that are things still being worked out?
I mean, that's something you'd have to ask Coach Mack. I mean, you know, all our guys are working hard. You know, and you're fighting for your job every day. So I mean, there's nobody who's just guaranteed a spot for sure. So I mean, that's something, you know, we're working at every day.
Who's kind of stood out to you among some of the younger guys that maybe we haven't seen offensive line-wise?
I mean, all our younger guys are working good. I know I work closely with Wendy Laurent. You know, he's another center. You know, him and Angelo, they've been playing real well. I mean, you know, all our young guys are picking it up. You know, that's what the spring is for. You know, they're throwing, defense is throwing all they can at us. Offense, they're throwing stuff on the wall, seeing what sticks, and you know, you know, everybody's doing well.